ceremonial room at City Hall. This is where the mayor holds official business, like signing proclamations, meeting dignitaries, and holding news conferences. As chief executive, Dubern spent many hours in this room, and he takes with him many memories. He shared some of those memories, looked back at his life and career, and looked toward the future, his and Baltimore's, with our Joyce Jefferson. Here's a conversation with Dew.
When you look back at your term as mayor, what are you proudest of, and do you have any regrets?
No regrets. No regrets. Overjoyed, because I proved against very strong odds that I knew what I was doing. As of yet, in the year's half over, more than half over, not one person has said that this city is not functioning efficiently. Not one. And I didn't come in here to learn. I came in here to take over. And I took over like the champ. I filled 18 holes, 18 leaks in the dike. 18 people left, went to Annapolis or took other jobs. And before I could get the train running full steam ahead, I had to plug up the leaks. And at the time I had to plug up the leaks, I had the budget in here. I had to deal with that. The General Assembly was in action, so I had to put in a minimum of 15 hours a week in Annapolis. And all of that, I put it all together, and the train is puffing away.
Mr. Mayor, let's look back to the Dunbar days when you worked there as a locker room attendant.
October the 10th, 1950, I walked in Dunbar, and I stayed there 22 years. So working at Dunbar, and Dunbar was in the 5th Ward, and Tommy had made me the ward leader for the 5th Ward. I was right there where people could come and find me. All they had to do is rap on the back of the door, and I could do my politicking. I had a telephone there, because all I had to do is go to the office. And I had a little office with a telephone in it. Go to the office and call up whoever I needed to help this lady out or help this man out, and I did it right there. So I was killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I began to look at running for public office, because at that time we was going through transitions through the neighborhoods there from white to black. People were beginning to flee, and this brought about a lot of ambition in black folks about public life. The thing of it is, though, where I was at Dunbar, I was making somewhere in the neighborhood of $10,000, $11,000. The city council's pay in 1968, it just got up to $6,500. Now in 1971, they raised the pay from $6,500 to $12,500. Now that was equal to what I was making, or maybe $1,000 more or so. Then it was time to take a look at it.
Is there anything you say I won't do, I'll never do, or you never do this, you never do that?
Yes, there's things like that, like I adhere to a great principle, my word. If I tell you yes this year for next year, then I'll vote for a bill that you got upstairs. If it comes up next year, if I've told you yes one time, I will not change. The only way I will change, I'll come to you and ask you to release me from that vote. And if you say, well, do you promise me? I say, yes, I did, but I'm asking you to release me. And if you, as a good colleague, say, well, do I need you on this one, then I'll stay on it with you. I may have to go back to home and face my constituents, but I'll never go back on my word. And there's still some of us left, like Mimi DePietro. If he ever says yes to you, you don't have to ask him again. Never have to ask him. If he said yes, then you got him. You got some people whose word is not worth a dime in here. I wouldn't take them on their word for nothing, because they don't have one. And there's honor amongst thieves. There's principle amongst politicians, good ones.
What are your concerns about what's going to have to be dealt with in the next 4 years? What are your big worries?
I see something brewing right now that the council, the charter amendment, council having the right, all rights over their budget. Already there's been a con against that by the incoming mayor. That's if he wins in November. It creates, if you look at the comments by the council people, it could be a wound that can't be healed. Particularly if the bill goes down in defeat.
Any other concerns?
Yeah, a lot of concerns. Concerned about the governor and the mayor. We need the governor. We need him. The dollars that used to come directly to us from the federal government don't come to us anymore. It goes to the governor first. And every subdivision has a right to tie into it, which means even that gets less. And we need the governor that we can prevail upon to make sure that we get the percentages of the money that sort of reflects the needs that we have in Baltimore City.
You said you were going to, if necessary, take some action in that direction.
I think what I need to do, since him and I are friends, and very dear friends, I think that I can do something about cementing the relationship between the city and the state. I think I must do that. But this is my city too.
What about Baltimore as a city for everybody, blacks and whites?
We had better do this, Joyce. We had better start working on people to vote for us on our character and not on the color of our skin. You see, we think we're entitled to a whole lot of things because we are the majority. We lie about the majority. We are a slight majority.
When you look forward, what happens after December 8th?
I can do what I want to do for the very first time in my lifetime. I'm not structured, I'm not restricted. It's a good feeling. It may sound like that I may offer an excuse because I got beat. I'm not. One thing I know, I'm a pro. And I haven't seen anybody come to politics or anything else that stayed till he got ready to leave. And I'm no different from anybody else. I've seen the greatest get beat. And so I'm no different. But you see, the difference with me may be that I've prepared for the day. I'm not looking for a job. I don't want a paid position. I'm not rich, but I've accomplished the American dream.
When you think about the city, think about Baltimore, how would you describe your feeling for Baltimore City?
Love it, love every rock, every pothole, everything in it. I'm home. I shared in making it what it is. Had a big role in making it what it is. I'm proud. My name's carved in stone in City Hall. It's down there. Go read it, Joyce. My picture's going to hang one day in the Board of Estimates. And my grandchild and my great-grandchildren are going to be able to come and say, that's Granddaddy. I'm proud. Proudest thing in this town. I'm proud, and I did it first.
Dew Burns, he has won his place in the political history of Baltimore. They can never take that away from him, and they can never take from Baltimore his spirit and his devotion. I'm Sally Thorner. Thank you, and good night.